I was born in Fort Worth, Texas.
And tell me a little bit about your family.
I had two sisters, three brothers. Thurman was the oldest brother. Then Florence was first sister. She came next. Then Owen Austin was, and then C.A. Austin Jr. Then I came along in 1921. And then a sister, Carlene, came along about 2 years later.
Well, where did y'all live?
I was born on South Main in Fort Worth at 1717 South Main. My dad was basically a farmer, and I grew up mostly in the country on the farm. The three older, two brothers and sister, they were well on their way and had married and working in Fort Worth when I showed up. There was three of us when we moved down to Burleson. C.A., me, and Carlene. We moved into a house right up here on the corner where that loan company has that little red building. The house was sitting right there where that building is. We moved there in real late 1933. I began school there immediately in the 5th grade, and then in 1939 graduated from Burleson High School. And in the meantime, we had moved out to a dairy farm about a mile south of town, and we lived there 5 years and farmed and milked cows, just typical dairy business. Then in 1940, I went to work for Mr. Haskew in the hardware and lumber store. He came out and asked my dad if I was available. He told him I was, so I worked there starting probably in June of 1940. And meantime, C.A. and I had joined the National Guard in 1937. We joined a unit in Fort Worth, the headquarters company with 144th Infantry. And the reason we did is because our brother-in-law was the company commander. And we attended summer camp with the National Guard in 37. 38, 39, but they canceled all those camps in 1940. A company commander of headquarters company was Captain Luther Cole. He worked as a fireman in Fort Worth, but he was a captain, company commander. He was one of the finest officers and men I ever knew. It was a privilege to serve under a man like him. Many times later on, I would think about Luther when a situation would come up. I sometimes would say, how would Luther handle this? That's the way that it worked out. In 1940, on November the 25th, President Roosevelt had already, back about May, had issued orders for 12 National Guard divisions to become regular Army. and to report on that date for duty.